Hey everyone, I just thought I'd make a little quick video to talk about the controversy or the information going around about Teal Swan. Basically speaking, some people who are extremely near and dear and close to her before, a good few of them all came together after she allowed them to maybe to record her, and she let them into her private life and allowed them to even like take video of her, which does demonstrate and show that she seems to be a very like a trusting person and she's not trying to hide things. And what she's saying is that they manipulated and told lies and basically made a documentary called The Deep End or Deep End, where they portray and have done loads of video editing to portray her to be like a cult leader. And apparently it was manipulative and misconstrued and basically total deceit and a lie on Teal's rebuttal or reply video. And she seemed really upset. A lot of people say that they felt like bad energy or darkness or dark side or dark energy from Teal. And I feel like I know what you're talking about, because like it's maybe her body language. Like, she doesn't really smile. She seems very serious. She even maybe potentially even seems like, in my humble opinion, at least I feel some people can think this way, like maybe gloomy or negative in some kind of way or another. But I have to say, I love Teal. Like, I don't really watch Teal, to be honest. Not because I don't like her, I do like her, but I have a lot of other things going on in my life. I'm very busy. I have children and 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 I have big projects I'm working on, like 2 books which I'm finished, and a video course I'm 99% finished on Heal and Master Yourself and Your Life, Family, Relationship and Ancestral Line, which I'm so excited and eager to finish, and I'll be relieved, and I'm so excited to share with the world. But the thing is, like, Teal is awesome, in my opinion. Like, for anyone who's been through the trauma that she's been through and the abuse and the captivity to a cult, of course they're going to have dark energy. Like, for me, I feel like, for me, that warrants like a lot of compassion. And the fact she's like trying her heart out and trying her ass off to like help others in the world who are suffering, I think is really admirable. Like, I don't think she's a liar, deceiver. I could be 100% wrong, and if I am, then she's tricked me too, and well done. But I don't mind. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about living from our heart and learning and growing from every situation in life, including this one, and living life with love, kindness, and integrity, and growing and elevating our consciousness. So as we elevate our consciousness, it's not about like who's right or wrong or ganging up on one side or against another side, but it's about learning lessons and growing and expanding our frequency and consciousness, okay? It's not about being against anyone, but for everybody. So I'm definitely for Teal, and I'm for the people who are making these videos. I haven't even watched any of these videos, only one reasonably short one by Teal, okay? I'm not even going to bother watching the things that the camera people said, because like I said, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. But if some people say their intuition says that Teal is dark, and I'm like, oh, you're right, you're probably feeling a lot of her trauma energy. She's a lot of healing to do. But for someone to go out into the world, in my opinion, like I said, I could be wrong, so I don't really care if my opinion is right or wrong anyway, but I want to share it anyway. I want to share it because it's worthwhile sharing this, because my intention to share it is to help open people's minds and hearts to potential and what matters. And what matters isn't necessarily who's right or wrong, okay? It's what I already shared. And the potential, in terms of potential, what's important is the potential to love and care for everybody, and the potential to learn and grow, and the potential to learn about what matters the most, and to live from our highest heart. So it is always good to try and clarify the darkness with the light, to clarify wrongness with correctness or the truth. So in my opinion, Teal has been mostly misinterpreted by people, and that's understandable. And I think people often say the intuition says this, but a lot of people misunderstand their own egos and their own programming and their own not full knowledge, or they misunderstand. They're just misunderstanding sometimes, I've seen that a lot in my own life. I felt this bad feeling from this person, and really, like, they're just triggered. Like, the person is just triggered saying that, like, they're emotionally upset and they're just projecting, which is what we all do at a stage of consciousness, and I've done a million times over, and I've seen it over and over again as well, okay? So I want to say is I'm absolutely not triggered. by anybody. No one's triggered me. There's no side of this kind about Teal or the others who've triggered me. I'm not upset. I'm not annoyed. I'm not angry. I'm not sad. I'm nothing. I'm completely neutral. But I make a video with the intention to help people to become more like this, because I believe it's definitely a higher frequency in consciousness where you're not feeling emotionally disturbed. You're not triggered by your own mind programming and past things that's happened to you. And you're able to live much more from your heart, and you don't have to gang up on anyone, but you can just like love from a distance, everybody. And you don't have to get wrapped up into arguments either. None of that. Like, I'm not arguing with anyone. If people replied in this video saying, "Oh, you're a fool or an idiot, or you're wrong, or your ego's interpreting Teal," I'm like, cool, thanks for sharing. Like, it's no big deal to me. I don't mind whatsoever. I may even not even bothered to reply because I don't care. But usually I'd say, if respectful reply, like, okay, you're totally right for having that opinion, and I hear you, and thanks for sharing. I respect your opinion too. It's okay. Simple. No big deal. No big, huge, massive trigger. Nothing like that. Because I've spent years working on my own triggers. So another guy, Mark Buderski, made a video about Teal, and then he took it down. He said it's the first video in 1,700 videos he's taken down because there's a lot of controversy. But I actually sometimes like the occasional controversial topic, because it makes us look at ourselves. Anything that triggers us, because like non-controversy won't trigger us, right? But anything that does trigger us, usually it's controversial, whether or not it's in a relationship or a public topic. It lends to the potential for growth. So that's what I mean by potential. It lends to the potential for expansion of consciousness, and for that, it's a very good thing. And so the uncomfortable zone is where we expand. So you got to get a bit uncomfortable. So are we uncomfortable with people call us a liar, fake, stupid, narcissistic, a cult leader, an idiot, living in our ego, being wrong? None of that's going to trigger me whatsoever. So thankfully I've done the work, but it's been to a fright. So I'd highly recommend my free book, my other book, Heal Yourself, Heal Your Life, Family, Relationship and Ancestral Line. It's amazing. And my video course is even better. The best ever thing I've ever done or completed in my life in terms of projects. It's amazing. Yeah, it took, in my humble opinion, like, it's amazing, you know, and I honestly feel it's amazing. So take it or leave it. You can disagree, but I think it's epic. I'm really happy and proud of it, so highly recommend it. Say that with an open heart, you know. So yeah, Mark Buderski, I like him. You know, I think he's one of my favorite like YouTube channels. I don't get much time to watch much YouTube, to be honest. Not too much like I used to. But for 16 years, I've been on the awakening ascension path, and I've spent years and years and years devouring information, and I still do to a certain degree. A mixture of health and spirituality. But yeah, Mark took his one and only video down about this topic because he felt too many people had too many strong opinions. But the reason I'm making this video is because I want you to look at your strong opinions and make them not as strong, make them softer. And that requires a lot of self-looking, to question yourself and to step back a little bit and reach from a broader standpoint. So that's a very positive thing. It really is. So there's no fear or no big plan or agenda in this video. You know, I wasn't even planning on talking about my videos, but I just love it and I want to share them with the world too. I think it's a very good thing to listen to a video like this where we just question our big, strong opinions and beliefs, basically speaking. And whatever you come up with, that's yours to own, and you've got the right to have your opinion. I don't really have much of an opinion other than what I shared. I don't really know. Like, I don't know, but that's my opinion. So I do have an opinion, but it's not an attached or identified or an ego opinion. It's like, I'm okay and cool from a distance, and I don't know what's going on, and I don't mind what happens next type of opinion. You know, I don't mind if people want to argue about it or not argue about it, but if you do want to raise your consciousness, you probably will argue less about it. And that's more or less what I'm trying to say in this video, along with everything else. So yeah, my name is Owen Fox, just in case you don't know me. And if you feel welcome to subscribe and hit the bell button, because I'm being sent bit of censorship going on. Yeah, hit the bell button and subscribe, like, and check out my other like 2,000 to 2,500 videos I made in this channel. How did I get that much in 10 years? You can see me old without a beard, short hair. Anyway, I better go. But have a lovely day, and hi from Costa Rica. And feel welcome to, like I said, support the channel, like, share, subscribe, comment, and befriend me on social media below. PM me for my free gift book, Self-Awareness and Living in the Now, 43 pages long. And just, yeah, if you want to connect, anything else, let us know. And enjoy the little ending I had to the video too. See you. Goodbye for now, beautiful souls, beautiful people. one last little thing I want to say about the people who made the documentary, which is supposed to be very incriminating on Teal. First of all, Teal replied with a whole lot of beautiful videos that they'd sent her, like videos of these people, gorgeous, like bubbly, cheerful, like enthusiastic and excited videos, like praising Teal and being so kind and friendly to her in the video message they sent her, and Teal showed these. So why did they change their mind? Because some people say they were like total scammers from the beginning, but I don't think they were scammers. They're totally authentic too, you know. But I think Teal is authentic. But what I think, and I could be totally wrong, I could be. So I'm not asking to believe me or nothing. But I think what could have happened is a lot of these people could have think like, oh my God, look at Teal. She's a multi-author, like a really successful. She's a spiritual teacher, all of these ideas and like labels and lofty ideas of who and how Teal is. And then she isn't perfect in real life. She's got a lot of work and healing to do on herself because of her years worth of captivity and abuse. Really hard, dark stuff. So then they think she's some sort of spiritual perfect person. And then when she's not, and she has triggers and she does have the dark side, like all of us, the pain body, the shadow, etc. Then they just flip around and they get triggered themselves from their unconsciousness and their own dark side, and then they maybe make things bad against her. I honestly could be wrong. I don't know. They could have been just people out for a total agenda from the beginning to get in her good books, but I doubt it. Or Teal could be anything that they're saying, but it seems to be not, because they twisted the footage apparently. I don't know if that's true, but it seems to be the case. And then then Teal has the evidence of them sending like really bubbly, beautiful messages to Teal saying how nice and amazing she was a few months or years ago. It's up to you to decide. And at the end of the day, even if you do decide it, even if I decide it, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we have to get on with our daily life, and Teal's not in our life, and neither are these other people. We've got to get practical and grounded and show up for our family, ourselves, our children, our friends, our society, our community, and the world. And that's what's really important, being really grounded and living in the now with the people who are truly there and being our best version. That's what's true. That's what's real. Everything else is just in our mind.
Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace.